Yeah, it's something about before.
He's taken some big shots, but he's still there.
Max's training. She's signing on loan. Free agent.
Yeah.
Wow, still landing punches out there. Still just.
Max is just taking a hammer in the air.
As we would say from the podcast, he's relentless.
Credit to Max. Max has rocked there. I think we've got a standing count.
He's being told to stay away.
This is a standing count. Rightly so. He was shook after that one.
Yeah, it's worrying because actually Max's head guard, it needs some adjustment.
I mean, if it fit, it would help.
Isn't
Yeah, very good
that
point.
Max super playing?
If there are any problems with the stream, we do apologise.
Yeah. Hope that you guys are keeping up with this somehow. Remember, if it drops on one channel, it's possible to go to the other one. KSI and Joel are both streaming this simultaneously in what's known as a simulcast.
I thought this would be a bit more of a measured performance by Gibbo. I thought he would come in. I knew he'd go fast, but I didn't think he would be as reckless.
Look how laid back his trainers look. Look at them. They are literally saying to him, you've got this guy now. They just sprayed him like you spray a house plant.
Gibbo is that relaxed. He's just giving me a thumbs up. I'm just a commentator.
Look at Freezy on the opposite side of the ring as well. He is loving it right now.
A big Gib, he's just giving him the thumbs up. I mean,
he's enjoying this. He's such a showman.
we should all enjoy this, I think, a bit more. Like,
yeah.
There's a lot of seriousness, but this is fun.
This is what modern day boxing should be like. Two young guys just going at it in the middle of a ring. Wow, Gib is aggressive again.
Max,
wow, he's down. Gib has floored someone for the first time tonight.
Credit to Max though.
Max plays
he
back
was
off.
straight back
to be rolled out of that one.
Well done to him. Credit to him.
Gib just collecting his breath in the corner here. Breathing heavily though. He's
the fans are on their feet.
Now the referee's waving this one off.
Rightly so. Well done. The referee
want to protect your fighter. Gib goes out to the corner. He's lifted by his trainers. That is the win he was looking for tonight. Relentless, aggressive, incredible. A Nissan Gib there. Look at that.
As anticipated, and he went out there and did his thing. Good show of respect by the lad.
The two fighters embrace.
And you know what it is? Max, you got to give him credit, like, he took some big shots there.
Yeah, huge shots.
He can take credit from that.
Those are Jaeger bombs. Look at him there. He really owns this ring now. He's standing in the middle of it just saying, this is mine.
Referee, let's have you face in front.
And this may
Ladies and gentlemen, formal announcement as follows. After 1 minute 30 seconds of the second round, your referee was forced to stop the contest. Your winner, by way of technical knockout, TKO, boxing out of Riyadh from Saudi Arabia. Let's hear it. Raise the roof. And Nissan Gib.
True Geordie steps away to speak to the winner of that boxing match by TKO. You heard it there. TKO for Nissan Gib. Incredible result for him.
If we can have both boxers, please, over to our interview zone. And we will be back with you with our next fight. Don't forget, we have the main event yet to come as well. What a fantastic night of box-attainment we have for you, both live here at Copperbox and online.
Incredible stuff there.
Well done, mate. You did it. Smashed it.
Peters. Geordie's now joined by.
It paid off. The trainer paid off. 10 kilos light. I gotta thank my dad for coming. Thank you for everyone for watching. Gas!
Do you have anyone else you want to thank?
I know. I thank my mum, my dad, my sister. Big up my cousin. It's his birthday. Hello, I made it on the big screen. Hello.
Congratulations, Nissan Gib. You smashed it. Unfortunate for you, Max. I thought you showed the heart of a lion, mate. Well done.
Just want to say fair play to Ali, and a big shout out to East London Boxing Academy. Like they gave me a game plan. I didn't stick to it. I wasn't training hard enough. If I had stuck to it, I'm sure we'd have a different story. So if you're looking for a boxing club, East London Boxing Academy, thank you very much for helping me out. You know.
Is there anyone else you want to thank, mate?
That's about it, really. I'm the PT Richard.
All right. Yeah. Well done to Max.
Well done, Ali. Well done, Ali. Man. Fair play.
Well done to both lads. Congrats.
Well, we hear the stream went down on Joe Weller's channel. Hopefully that'll come back up very soon for you guys. Everyone heading over to KSI's channel right now. Welcome. Big fight. It's just a couple of fights away. You're watching highlights of the Nissan Gib's TKO over Max Plays. JMX was in the corner there. JMX was in the corner there. Is that a sign of things to come, True Geordie? One fighter, incredibly aggressive, making the most of what he has, taking the other one to a TKO.
I'm really happy for Gibble, but I'm also, I think when Max watches this back, he might feel a bit disappointed, and I don't think he should. I think he should be proud, like, considering he's just a regular guy who isn't a boxer. Got the crap beaten out of him and he stayed with it. He stayed with it until the bitter end, until he couldn't anymore. He didn't quit. He was forced to stop.
You don't choose to get knocked out, do you?
No. But there was no quitting, Max. And when Max plays, he doesn't quit game. And he maintained that today.
It's fair to say, though, that his connection probably went down in that time, and that's why he went to that.
He needs to fuel up now, bless him.
You see the white there in the arena. It's packed out, ready for the main event between KSI and Joe Weller. It's just one fight away. We're one fight away from the main event tonight. Welcome to YouTube Boxing. It's an incredible event this evening. You're joining Lawrence McKenna and the True Geordie ringside tonight in the Copper Box Arena. Geordie, how'd you feel? Just one fight away.
It's starting to become real now. The thing is, these all seem like a bit of fun. However, there's been some big shots landed in the last fight, and
Mike Fox has got a huge couple of minutes ahead of him, hasn't he? To try and defend himself against the colossus that is JMX.
JMX is a tall lad. He's got the reach. He has got an injury at the moment, though, and that might play a factor. His shoulder is injured, so there is a bit of an equaliser for Mike Fox. Maybe he can work around that, land some shots, stay moving.
Because the thing is, I think a lot of people have been aiming for the head so far tonight. Now, if you were Mike, would you be going out there and aiming for that right shoulder?
The main thing for Mike is to try and get hit as little as possible.
Three lads here. Two young talents there.
Theo Baker
and Chris
expert in hitting crossbars.
Why is Theo Baker always injured? There's always a plaster on his body somewhere. All those Pringles.
He's a bit of a klutz, but he's a lovely lad.
We see a walk by there.
He's Joe Weller friend, though. That's the thing. This is going to be emotional for him.
I was going to ask you about that, actually, because obviously Joe Weller tonight is in an arena in East London where yesterday at the press conference we saw a lot of young kids who loved KSI chanting his name. We see all of KSI's friends around this ringside, the very front row. Is that going to be playing on Joe's mind, that he's the underdog in many ways, not only in terms of the fact that people think KSI is the favourite mentally here, but also the fact that he's surrounded by people who are pulling for the opposite man?
I think Joe is mentally strong enough to handle that. I think he's going to come through that. And I think the only thing that can defeat Joe is if KSI is too good. I don't think that this is going to be affecting him. He's been in front of crowds many times, and I think he deliberately played the press conference yesterday as emotionless as possible. He wants to save all that energy for the fight.
We're seeing a lot of highlights right now of the three fights that have gone so far. Of course, the two big ones to come, JMX versus Mike Fox, and of course KSI versus Joe Weller. And it was Joe who said he'd been through some very dark times recently, Geordie, and that galvanises a man, doesn't it? It brings together some form of clarity that Joe had been looking for some time.
Yeah, I think he'd been searching for something that was on the podcast, and boxing might have been that, or testing himself, to be more specific. And it's very hard, as we're seeing, to be more tested than being punched in the face and being asked, are you going to quit?
It's easy to underestimate a man who has been through something which has been very dark, very deep and very personal in such a public way and say that's still the same person. You don't know the journey that Joe Weller's been on more recently, do we?
We don't, but from talking to him, we get a good idea that he's definitely come through a stronger person. And to be fair, JJ also, although he was still the same confident, cocky JJ that he can be, he also did seem a little bit more self-assured in a different way. Physically, when I talked to him on the first podcast I had him on, he said if someone was threatening him, he'd get a bodyguard. Now he's like, I would handle that myself. And that is a different version of JJ. He's not the kid we watched growing up playing FIFA, but also Joe isn't the guy who used to pretend to be JJ on a video.
All the talking is over now.
Apart from for us, mate, we're going to carry on.
Of course, we're going to keep talking. But
this is what we do.
You get the point. All of the talking is over now. Both these guys are but minutes away from the biggest event they've ever taken part on YouTube, right?
The thing is,
No, I definitely cannot reach.
I think in terms of, for a normal fighter, you come into here, if you lose a fight, all right, it's disappointing there, you get slept or you get slapped all over.
Oh no, not this happening.
You have to go back to just being a YouTuber, and that memory is forever stained on the mind of everyone who's a fan of yours. And oh, remember when this happened to you? So I think that what needs to be respected about both men is they're putting a lot on the line with really not a lot to gain. All right, you win a fight, you're not even a fighter anyway. But if you lose in devastating fashion, people will care, people will laugh. Because you're already a superstar in many people's eyes. You win a fight, you're just more of that. You're not changing very much. But if you get defeated and you look bad, then you do change in people's eyes.
There is something to be said.
We're seeing Deji, the brother of JJ, who has been singing his praises in recent weeks.
Very different to the two brothers we saw fighting earlier tonight. Hardly singing each other's praises, very respectful to the other one. Of course, Deji showed the key piece of footage, which was KSI, JJ, knocking out one of his sparring partners. When he had his gloves dropped, it showed, and he said it on your podcast, the stone-cold nature of the way that he's acting right now.
Well, in sparring, it's usually, you know, a case of if someone is hurt, you sort of, you stop before the killer blow. JJ proved in that shot, he certainly isn't planning on stopping for anything or anyone.
Pulling no
and I
punches.
asked him on the podcast, what are you going to do if you have Joe in that position? Are you going to, because that guy was a random guy, a stranger. Knocking out a stranger is different to knocking out someone you've been on holidays with.
Very good point.
You spend time with, you know very well. They know each other very well. And JJ just responded, not only am I going to load up, I'm going to put all my power into this. I'm going to knock him out clean. And we didn't see that in the previous fights, but you know that these guys are really going to want to win, and they're going to want to win decisively. They're not going to leave it the judges. And let's be honest here, we've seen people struggling the last 3 2-minute rounds.
Yeah.
This is 6 3-minute rounds, and it's fitting Joe and JJ off. This is not at a controlled pace. We're seeing people who are not experienced boxers who are going out there in one round, blowing it, and then having very little to last on, because emotions get the better of you. And the chances are, we're going to see that in the final fight. Emotions are going to get the better of people. Someone's going to overdo it. And whoever is the fitter guy is going to have a massive advantage. JJ said in the podcast, cardio. I am relying on my cardio in running, giving me the edge, because Joe can't run. He's got an injured knee.
That's an interesting point. Do you think that is going to, or could play a part? Because you've also seen Joe on the bike. You've seen him doing different kinds of cardio. Just because he hasn't been doing the running, putting in the traditional cardio, doesn't mean that he's going to be any less prepared. Or am I wrong?
I know Team GB level boxers, and they swear by running.
Right.
So I do think that does give you a massive advantage if you can run and your opponent can't. However, knowing Joe, knowing the obsessive, compulsive personality he can be, when he wants something bad, he is going to find any way. And there's Joe's mother. God bless her. She's a lovely woman.
Poor woman sitting next to Theo Baker.
What a nice woman. She's saying Joe to win. She's one of the loveliest people you could ever meet, by the way.
She must
makes
be
her son a
related.
dinner every single day.
I mean, she really is one of the nicest.
But what I was saying was, Joe will find a way to try and equalise that cardio and get through that knee injury. And there's one thing he can't do, well, he can't run, he can spar. And you know he will have been putting in the hours. Every time I've seen Joe, a black eye, a busted lip. This kid is not playing around.
And it's interesting as well, because obviously Joe's been sending you pictures after he's been sparring that he hasn't been putting out online, where he's been through the mill, it's fair to say, in this, hasn't it? And that is a key part of preparation. The really interesting side is people maybe think they know how someone's prepared from how they present, what they see on the screen. On YouTube, people tend to put everything out there. These two guys have been very reserved. They've held things back, and we're going to see now the fruits of their labour almost.
My main thing, as a friend of these two lads, and I'm not saying I'm best friends, but I am pretty close to Joe, to be honest with people, and I respect JJ a lot. I want them to come out of this feeling like they didn't let themselves down. That is really important. Especially the two lads who rely a lot on ego. You know what I mean? It fuels their creativity.
pictures there of Zerka, a close friend of KSI, ringside, living in the same house as the other sidemen. It's fair to say it's actually been quite a wholesome experience for KSI. The main reason being, they all keep each other grounded. They all remind each other, you've got to keep going, you've got to keep uploading videos, you've got to keep making the effort. He's alongside Moguls, it's fair to say at this point, Zerka, clothing, podcast.
Mini Minda, people like that, they are workhorses.
Yeah.
So that whole house, one thing you realise is it's a machine. They pump out content.
Huge machine.
And they are built to be successful. And they push each other on. Joe had that in Elliot Crawford, it seemed, a friend who he could rely on to push him and be with him side by side. And as me and you know, having a mate to tell you when you're feeling crap to get up and make a video is important.
Someone to sound ideas off against, someone who can say you're not acting the way that you should be acting right now, someone to keep you grounded and remind you that actually you're just a person from where you come from.
It was unfortunate what happened. I mean, we all know now, Elliot obviously had a falling out with Joe. Elliot then called JJ. Jay released the whole thing on a video.
Yeah.
It was very embarrassing situation.
Very public.
Very public.
Young men
and I think
out.
Joe at times will have felt quite alone in this experience, and I think that coming through that though, it's got to give him some strength to draw from when he's walking into the arena if he does get booed.
Yeah, there is a bit of a Marvel superhero vibe to both these guys at the moment. A bit of a transformation.
One of the things you said after our interviews, we did them very close to one another. It was like interviewing Batman and the Joker, almost like you've got one guy who's sort of trying to do right, and then you've got the perfect villain who's laughing and
reveling in it,
or loving, who just wants to watch the world burn.
The thing is, though, that sells fight tickets, doesn't it? That gets people interested. It gets people watching.
Obviously, these are not pros, and there's a lot of people who've been hating on this to a degree and saying it's silly, but getting punched in the face is very real, and this is not fake. And I think we've seen so far, these are guys we've been watching who don't hate each other. They are friends, a lot of them so far, and they've been going for it. Nobody wants to get shown up in front of the world, or at least a few million people.
This isn't a prank video anymore. This isn't opening packs. This isn't going ghost hunting. This is literally violence in a ring being streamed live to millions of people.
And I think that we're going to see in the main event even more than we've seen in the previous fights.
Yeah, true.
True anger.
And the point is, there's a big difference between the events we're seeing right now, which are 3 2-minute rounds, and 6 3-minute rounds. Both fighters sort of had their questions, they had their doubts about how long the rounds should have been, what kind of gloves they should have used, but that is a marathon.
So JJ has been saying recently that
JMX.
Okay, the next fight coming up in just a second, that will be JMX versus Mike Fox, just seconds away.
JJ has been saying recently that
JMX.
I can do 7-8 rounds. I've been training longer. But there are rounds and then there are rounds, and we want to see the intensity that he's been training at, because you can get found out if you haven't been training at the pace that an actual fight is set at.
What I wouldn't give to be in those dressing rooms right now, hearing what their trainers are saying to them, hearing what the guys around them who are being supportive is saying to them. It's the final moments before they step into a ring, which could be a career-defining moment.
Well, the thing about it for me, mate, is how do you game plan for someone you know nothing about? Well, we know their personalities, we know their physical stature. We don't know what they're going to be like in a ring. We don't know if Joe's got an amazing right hook or left hook. We don't know. They don't know what to watch out for.
The great thing is we are about to find out, and as these
ladies and gentlemen, if you're now live watching us online, welcome back here to London, the Copperbox Arena.
Hand over to
we
Mark
now
Peters
go to fight number 4 on our card here. Are you ready?
Yes, Mark.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you again, are you ready?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring both boxers into the ring first of all. The young man from Luton Town.
Wow.
Let's hear it for Mike Fox.
Wow. Mike coming in. Look at that.
Oh, I like the song choice though.
DMX.
He's going to give it to you.
Fox gonna give it to you tonight. JMX.
No, I want. No. We know that. Go on. internet. But I want to see JMX.
Here tonight from Winslow, let's hear it for JMX.
Well, you may know him from
He's got
YouTube.
an interesting reception here.
Are they both using the same music? Oh, Mike may have stolen JMX's thunder there.
Go on.
Look how angry he looks.
He's in decent shape, is JMX.
Yeah, he's always kept himself in decent shape. YouTubers have time to go to the gym.
He's a gym lad, self-confessed.
Yeah. It should be a page on Facebook, Gym Lad.
He's had someone dub over DMX to JMX.
Oh, wow, he's stepping over the top rope in a slightly ungraceful way.
He's a very tall guy.
He almost got something caught there. I hope he didn't, because, of course, that would ruin his videos.
Interestingly, he is the heaviest fighter on the card tonight, JMX.
He was 90.
Over
wasn't he?
90.
Ladies and gentlemen, fight number 4 on our card here, sponsored by OP Talent and JD. 3 2-minute rounds of boxing
JD
to determine the winner.
Go on,
Let's introduce
JMX.
these boxers.
The alcohol.
First of all, coming out of our blue corner
Guys, come
here
here,
this
JMX and Mike
evening.
Fox.
He's come up
Me
from
and
Luton
JMX.
in
You're allowed to wear a
Bedfordshire.
vest.
Let's hear it for Mike Fox.
You're allowed to wear a vest. Why not? Why not, says True Jordan.
And the tall man with a big plan, trying to catch him if he can.
Wow.
Boxing out of our red tab.
JMX looks in great shape, much like the numbers on his channel.
Make some noise for
But he doesn't have his stepmom now. What can he do?
3 2-minute rounds of boxing to determine the winner. Your
JMX forgot
referee
his
will
head
now
guard.
bring both boxers to
forget his head if it wasn't
the centre
screwed
of
on.
the ring. We'll just get that head guard adjusted and then we are ready to
Struggling
go.
to fit
Bear
his
with
head in
us.
the head
The
guard.
thing is, it is very important to get your head guard right. We saw it in the previous fight, of course, when Max Plays got his head guard slightly taken off. It was Ison Gibb who was able to capitalise on that because of the
Your referee
uncomfortable
will now
nature of
bring
being hit in
both
the face.
boxers to the centre for a final word of instruction before we commence the first of 3 rounds. Listen to the man in charge. Here we go. Good luck.
JMX is
Look at Mike Fox compared to JMX.
This is a mismatch if I've ever seen it physically, but I always want an underdog to win. So I'm kind of
Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for these two
You're also kind of
boys.
rooting for...
Come
Well,
Not
I'll
Mike
let Matt
Fox,
Marquez
JMX,
finish that. We
JMX,
are
JMX,
so rooting.
JMX. Go on,
Round 1.
And Mike walks straight ahead.
Wow,
As
aggressive.
JMX tries. Oh, he's going for it, Mike. Mike is not
Credit
scared
Mike.
of JMX.
Mike is
he's backing him up.
chasing him around
he's
the ring.
backing him up.
JMX
and
doesn't
he's
know what to
chasing
do.
him down.
He's lost his head. They're hugging now. JMX trying to get in there. He's trying to land lower than the belt there. I'm not a big fan of that.
And
Where's
credit to
JMX
Mike.
running
He's
off?
trying to land that jab and follow it up with a big right hand.
Credit. Small man fighting the big man. Some people build this as David versus Goliath. I said it was JMX versus Mike Fox.
And that was a good overhand right from JMX there. What JMX has got to do here is land that jab, use the distance, pick them apart.
The unorthodox again, isn't it? Unorthodox stance
Oh,
versus...
and that is
Yeah,
landing. That
JMX is
jab is
getting the
landing
punches,
now.
laying the punches on now.
Fair to say, one of these two guys skipped leg day.
JMX is doing the right thing and coming around the outside with that right hand.
Yeah.
Trying to land that right hook.
Mike's just taking that, though.
Yeah.
Doesn't look phased at all.
Mike has slowed down a little bit. He came out. Oh, and that was a big right by JMX.
You aren't allowed to
And the
punch the
weight.
back of the head, though, are you?
He's hitting him on the side though, and he's landing repeatedly with that right. Mike needs to get that left hand up and protect himself.
Get that left hand up, Mike. Mike,
Oh, and that is landing again.
after an initial flurry of punches, is now backing off. That initial aggression put JMX on the back foot, but now
Yeah,
that back
JMX is
foot
definitely gonna
is
win
springing
this.
him back at Mike
Everything's
Fox.
slowed down. Mike needs to. Oh, and that is really that did land. That Mike has rocked a little. He
Wow,
seems-
some big punches landing on the side of
Yeah.
Mike Fox's head here.
That reach is just too much.
Mike Fox's girlfriend on the side tonight watching nervously.
Oh, this is just repeat. And Mike comes back, but he's caught again. Mike needs to get that left hand up.
End of round one.
Mate, I
It's fair to
say
say the
JMX
aggression of
will
JMX
win
there
that
probably
round.
one out.
For
A lot of
sure.
respect for both fighters going out there with that aggression.
Deep breaths by Mike.
Yeah.
For sure, GMX.
And his trainer is not
won
happy.
that round.
What are you doing?
Keep that
He's
head
really
up.
not happy.
Wow, they're actually changing the nature of the head guard right now. They're changing the orientation. It's in. The mouth guard comes out. As much water as possible goes in.
I'm very interested to see his trainer is annoyed.
GMX at the start was
You see,
running
keep that left hand up.
away. But then
Keep landing on you
started
over and
winning.
over again if he does. We're seeing pictures though now of the initial storm that he did bring to JMX. It just shows if you fight JMX aggressively, he sort of doesn't handle it very well.
No, he doesn't handle being attacked. He's normally the attacker on YouTube,
Yeah.
and now he's the attacker in the ring as well. What can Mike Fox do? Everyone on Mike Fox's side here in the arena, they want to see Mike Fox land a big punch. That's all we want to see tonight.
David Goliath, 2.
Who's he?
Out. Round 2.
Touch gloves, gents. And the trainer's out.
We are back underway. Oh, and no touch of the gloves there from JMX. He comes straight out. But Mike
Oh,
is
he's not
wrestling.
allowed. You're not allowed
Double
to
leg
wrestle.
takedown. Can we see some MMA today?
You'd like to see a little MMA. Come on, Mike. Get that head
Mike
guard
has got a
on.
cracking head of hair.
Yeah.
And that right hand is landing again and again, again. Oh, and it's a trip.
He was
That
tripped
was a
there. That
trip.
doesn't count.
Yeah, that was a slip.
Yeah.
It's a man's game.
Yeah. Referee just giving some words of encouragement there to Mike.
We've got them in the corner.
Don't worry
Mike,
about it, he said.
Mike needs to, I think
Whoa.
Mike needs to just go for that right hand. Pushing is not really how you win a boxing fight. He's struggling, bless him.
Mike Fox is
holding
definitely
on.
lost.
Mike's trying to grab, of course, for JMX here. It feels
Mike needs to start punching high, punching hard. Mike
JMX
needs to start throwing, and he throws.
Ooh.
Right hand by Mike, but he's caught again. He needs to return. And that was a hell of a shot by JMX.
Mike
And
goes
he's knocked down. And Mike
Mike Fox
looks
is definitely
tired.
furious.
But he gets back up. He's back on his feet.
Credit to him.
I think the physical advantages are just too much
Yeah.
in this fight.
Referee Gareth Morris counting into his face. Mike's got to get his hands back
Are we
up.
gonna
watching
have a fight called?
nervously from the side.
Mike is nodding. He's saying, I'm good to go. And he fights on.
Wants to continue.
Credit to Mike, but now JMX smells blood, and it's quite an easy fight for
Big
him now by
fists
the looks
getting
of it.
thrown. Keep your hands up, Mike. That's all we want to see. Don't let
Mike
him bully
isn't
you out
throwing
there in the ring.
anymore.
Mike
Throw
now
back.
fighting back.
It's harder for GMX
Of course,
to
JMX has
box.
got the height advantage as well. Not only the
It's
reach, but
harder
the
for
height as
JMX
well.
to box.
Everything's in his
He's
favour.
bigger.
Weight,
But
height,
then
reach,
Mike
everything.
Fox can
Mike is not throwing. Mike just needs to start
but-
throwing punches.
End of round two. Mike's trainers need to get in there quick, and they need to have some pretty stern words with him, words of encouragement, which are going to help him get through round three. Just make this respectable. Do you think that's possible?
So I've just heard his trainer say to Mike, fight him. Fight him.
That's a good point.
I don't care what you need to do. Fight him. Punch him.
Look at them, they're cooling them down as fast as they can in that corner. We're seeing JMX, who's looking very confident, very calm, very cool, very
That
collected.
trainer is literally just
Guys,
shouting, fight him,
JMX has
fight
won
him,
this
fight
so
him.
easy.
I think it's good advice though, because you can see in the first 20 seconds, when you bring the storm to JMX, he backs off. He didn't really know what to do with that.
No, it's true.
But the thing was, once the cardio took its toll a little bit, JMX being a gym lad, didn't really have an answer for it, did Mike?
10 seconds.
I'm a little worried for Mike Fox in this final round, I've got to say, because JMX,
I just hope it's not a bad one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
JMX deserves
Mike's
to win
brave
this.
to get into this ring with JMX. JMX is a huge
Seconds
guy.
out.
You're talking a
Final
20-pound
round.
difference
Absolutely.
again.
Yeah. Referee just stopping it just for a second.
JMX is desperate to get at him, yeah. He smells blood. He sees weakness. He's ready to pounce.
Looking into his eye there, Mike Fox a little worried. I think his trainer was also a
I
little
think
worried
if we
as
ask him
well.
these questions, we probably should call it a day.
Yeah. Let's just take a second to be respectful towards the fighters as well here. Obviously, if you get hit massively in the eye, for the first time, you're probably going to be attacked by someone like JMX.
They're not
Hopefully
pros. They're just
No.
regular guys who make YouTube videos for a living, you know what I mean?
You
They're
gotta-
not designed for this sort of thing.
You've got to protect
I
these
think
guys.
we're going to wave this off.
Yeah, we probably are. Yeah. Looks as
No,
oh wait,
no,
wow.
we are underway.
Incredible. JMX goes in for the kill
Fox.
again.
The lad's got hot.
Yeah.
That's
Wow,
why I think
no, he's
JMX
gone for
will
it now.
definitely win this.
They're blocked up.
And we're going to see a break. Ref breaks.
Mike needs to protect himself.
I'd like to put a jab.
Punching him on the side of his.
Slapping the
getting a
canvas.
hurt.
Mike Fox's
Right
corner.
hand by JMX.
Oh, JMX is just landing. Not hard punches though, he's just hitting the body.
We've got a break by the ref.
Referee's going to have to keep
That was a
breaking
good
this.
body shot by JMX.
Mike
Top of the
Fox, I
head.
don't
And he's
think, has
bullying
trained
him.
that much.
He's bullying him.
I don't know.
Mike is
He
in the
doesn't
corner.
seem like
It's time to
he's
win
training
this
that
off,
much.
rightly so.
That one's done. Credit to JMX there.
JMX's corner celebrate as if this was an equal fight.
Yes.
Congratulations. to them.
Congratulations, JMX. You just won what was a massively weighted fight, but credit to Mike Fox, who stepped into the ring, was more than brave enough to go up against him. I've got a lot of respect for both fighters out there in the ring, of course. Out the ring is very different. Fair. Mike, well done.
Well done to both lads. They got in the ring. They gave it their all.
We're slightly lost for words there because we both know what a big night this was
For Mike.
for Mike.
And I think we're about to see it could still be a big night.
Yeah.
Bear with me.
They're with us.
Oh yes.
Come for this interview?
KSI versus Joella's next. Yes, boys. Yes, boys. He's ready. Let's see. This Joella just get destroyed by the one and only KSI.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'll agree, a big round of applause there for both boxers. We're just awaiting to get them into the middle here so that I can make the formal announcement.
Both fighters called into the centre of the ring now.
Well, I'm sure you'll agree, both boxers came in there to give it their all. They
Real
did give it
respect for Mike.
100%.
Great
There
night
is
for
a
him.
winner.
Real
I'm
respect.
now about